idiot. They don't give a shit.
And it's hot, babies.
I don't know. Not really. It's kind of stupid. It's because. What is that? This weekend we're going to Monday morning server. What do you do? Finery affair. Where do you go?
Well,
Uh,
I knew there was a discount for FedEx, but I was like, I never had to use it, you know. I've used the flower discount for my dad. That was pretty nice, 25%. That's why I got him two, the bouquet and the plant. See if that works out. That would be freaking awesome. Woo!
Yeah, right. Piece of shit. Fuck off, BBC. You suck it up your asshole. Nobody listening to you. La la la. It's too late. Hey, what's up? You want one of them? Get over here, I'll split it with you. Eh, fuck that. Just get takeout. What are you moaning about?
You gotta go outside? You gotta go outside? Huh? No? Okay.
What'd you bring me? What'd you buy? I don't even believe it. I was looking at that. American face man beams around. Okay. Oh man. I don't know what to do. We won't be here long. Pretty soon we'll be going to the. Yeah, she's still on the. Just this morning, she was getting on a plane or something. Yeah. Well, she's on a plane or something right now. How are you gonna take your dog on a plane?
There's certain airplanes that will allow you to do that.
Yeah. 2 hours ago, Virginia State, horrific shooting. Several people shot and
You
treated.
should probably get one from the same breeder that she's getting one.
That's not a dachshund, is it?
No, it's one of those doodles.
It's black and white. The dog is black and white.
No, but it's a doodle.
Okay, whatever. Don't look like no doodle to me.
Oh, it is.
My pronouns are pay and me. I like that one. Me. That's what I'm gonna put in there. What's your pronouns? Pay me. Yeah, they're gonna keep. So sick of that shit. Whoop whoop. Ooh, nice.
Mm.
And my dad used to have one of them home CB radios in the house, and he had one in his car because he worked like 80 miles away in Detroit. Then he could talk and call home over from his car to home. He had to have a pretty powerful radio to transmit 80 miles, but he did. He had a powerful one. What?
Discount on their chicken.
Oh yeah. Well, you know what they had? They had $7.99 for a whole ribeye, and they'll slice it free.
At Hampton?
Yeah. But they'd probably give us a shitty ass ribeye. And say, there you go, that's what you get. And I'm like, well, I don't like that one. I said they was on sale until they ran out. Well, nothing else to talk about. Everybody's quiet today. What the fuck is that? Yeah, your people are just gonna steal your shit. What do you got there? Crofton? That's not far. What do they got? The Candy Maid function. Look at that. Holy crap. Where's that at? Wow. Are they expensive? Probably expensive. They look good though. What's in here? Oh, good. Somebody just haul that damn cooler up and leave. That's pretty good. If I click the wrong thing. Why do people beat each other?
You smell it? I smell it. What is it? They're smoking pot. You're definitely smoking pot. I smell it. I smell it.
It's kind of funny.
Thank you very much for being here. In the at the very beginning of the show, I made a statement which I think is a pretty fair one. Let me know what you think of it. If you hadn't come along, or maybe rock and roll would have started differently or later. I'm sure it would have started sooner or later.
I don't believe it would have got started at all. In my hometown, Macon, Georgia, where I'm from, I've never heard any rock and roll music before. It was Swing and Sway with Sammy Kaye when I was a little boy.
Yeah. How old were you when you were listening to Sammy Kaye?
I really didn't listen to him. But I had gotten tired of hearing about him. And so what I did, I started playing the piano, and I made up Tutti Frutti. And I sung Tutti Frutti for many years before I
I love
recorded
that
it.
song,
Because
man.
everybody thought it was crazy. You know, wop, bop, loom, bop, lop, bam, boom.
Yeah.
Didn't nobody know what it meant, and I didn't either.
Yeah.
Me neither.
So,
Bop, bop,
I
bop, bop,
decided
bop,
I should
bang,
put that on
I
record.
love that.
Yeah.
I love Little Richard.
You were in 1957. How long had you been performing as Little Richard at that point?
I had been performing as Little Richard from a little boy.
Yeah.
From a little boy, I was
He's
singing
gonna be
around
like,
Macon, Georgia,
fuck
beating
it.
on the doorsteps. I would go around from house to house and beat on the steps, and people would give me a quarter, a dime, 50 cents.
But by 1957, you were an established
Oh, yes,
rock and roll
yes,
entity.
yes.
And
I'm
you were
gonna have
touring
to
in Australia?
Email
all
them
over
and
the
say,
world.
And
93
what
bucks.
happened in Australia? You just decided, that's it, I'm not going to do it anymore.
Well, what happened when I was in Australia, then during that period, I stopped and went to school. You know, I've never made this type of money, Dave. You know, I was
Australia?
making $15 a
He's
week
in
in
Australia.
Macon, and all of a sudden I'm making $10,000 an hour. So I went back to school to learn how to count, to read, because I didn't know how. I needed to know how to handle the money. I had a lot of managers that was handling it a whole lot, taking it all, leaving me nothing. I didn't even know how to count the nothing that they left. So I went back to school to study.
So, but at that time, did you get into religion, or was it...
Yes, well, I've always been religiously inclined. You know, my mother in Macon, Georgia, my mother has 12 kids, and I would have to go to church in order to go to the movie. I would have to go to church Sunday morning at the Baptist church, and that evening I would go to the movie. But I've always loved God. You know, in my hometown, if you didn't love God, you didn't have nothing, because it was so prejudiced back in that time. You know, I had to do what I was doing in order to survive.
Yeah. What do you mean had to do what you were doing to survive?
Well, you know, when I was singing rock and roll, at that time they would call black music race music. When I sung rock and roll, I was on RCA Victor before Elvis Presley, but they wouldn't put me on RCA. They put me on Camden. So when I would wear makeup, they would let me sing for the white girls. When I put on eyelashes and all that, they would let me sing. But when I went as a straight dude, they wouldn't let me sing.
Now, why is that?
Well, they thought I wanted the girls. So if I came out a straight guy, they wouldn't let me sing. But when I came out with all the makeup on and all the eyelashes and all the hair, they said, Richard is a good boy. I never was a good man, but I was a good boy.
Oh,
Now, who is
shit.
they that you're talking about here?
Some of the whites in Macon, where I'm from, I came from a little town. You
Yeah.
know, it was real prejudice back in that time.
Now, this is, as I recall, my memory of you is you were a peculiar appearing performer. You were not the guy running the 7-Eleven. Well, maybe you were, but you looked strange, you know?
Well, it was strange because didn't nobody else have nerve enough to wear what I was wearing.
Yeah.
I believe a lot of people wanted to look like I looked, but they didn't know how to put it on.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that during that period that there was a lot of people that would love to have been flamboyant, you know, just like Kiss and Jimi Hendrix, which was my guitar player. He started out with me. Billy Preston, James Brown was my vocalist. Otis Redding, all the Beatles came with me. They started with me. Mick Jagger. All these people started with me.
So you, I mean, now taking another turn here, you really did have a dramatic impact and a great deal of influence on what would later
did.
become the mainstays of
People
rock
don't
and roll.
realize
I was the
that.
architect of rock.
But my other question is, if you had these religious roots, wasn't it kind of a tearing circumstance for you to be appearing in eye makeup and so forth, and then also be a devout Baptist?
Well, I wasn't.
The Baptists in those days probably didn't want women wearing makeup, did they?
Well, in those days, some of them didn't know what they was wearing themselves. What happened is, I wasn't really a religious person. I was a young boy. I wanted to be famous so bad, and I really wanted a Cadillac. Lloyd Price came to my hometown, and he had a Cadillac, and so I wanted to sing and get me a Cadillac. I wanted to be famous for one purpose, to get a Cadillac.
Just to get the Cadillac.
The longest Cadillac in my hometown was owned by the funeral home, and you had to die to ride.
Yeah, that's no fun getting it that way.
And I was determined not to die.
All right, we're going to continue with Little Richard. We'll be back in a minute or two, folks. Welcome back. Paul Schaefer, gentlemen, of course, is Little Richard, and that's one of your songs right there, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's one of my... Lucille, that's Lucille.
Yeah. Now, have these songs made you a wealthy man?
Well, it should have.
Oh, this is your managers again.
My managers are very rich,
Yeah,
sitting on hills. Some of them falling off of the hills now. The storms are pushing some of them off. But I made a lot of money, but I was cheated, I was used, I was exploited. You know, the fella came to Macon, Georgia and got me and told me he'd make me a star. I wanted to be a star more than I got the money.
Yeah.
So he's rich. I didn't get rich from it, but...
You're doing okay now, though. I mean, you're not, yeah.
God is good to me. God is a good... I'm not Reverend Ike.
No, I know that.
But God has been good, you know, because I don't tell people they're going to have no pie in the sky by and by. I've had enough pie down here. When I go to heaven, I'm just going to be with Jesus.
Let me ask you about one thing, and then we have some videotape of you in action. When you were a young boy, you were tossed out of your own home, eh?
Yes.
How does this happen?
Well, my daddy, we had 12 kids. My daddy's name is Charles Penniman, and we called him Bud. But I wouldn't obey my father. I didn't obey my father. I didn't do what he wanted me to do, and so he told me I had to get out. He said, Richard, I was gay, and he says that I wanted 7 boys, and you are messing it up. And my brother's name was Charles, and so I would go out in the yard and call him. I had a high voice. I would say, Charles! He said, I'm going to kill you tonight. He said, I'm going to kill you, because I was really flamboyant, so my people didn't like it. So my dad said, you either follow this rule or get out.
Yeah.
So I got out because I wanted to wear all of my stones.
Now, how old were you when you hit the road then, when he tossed you out?
I was old enough to go in the streets because I had to be, because I had to find a place. My mother didn't want me to go. I was about 17, 16 or
Now,
17.
is your father still alive?
No, Dad is dead. He didn't live to see me, my fame or nothing. And
Did you ever get this worked out, or was it a problem the rest of your life?
Oh, no, but God gave me the victory. I'm not gay now, but, you know, I was gay all my life. I believe I was one of the first gay people to come out. But God let me know that he made Adam be with Eve, not Steve. So I gave my heart to Christ.
But let me add, you keep saying one provocative thing after another. You used to be gay, but now you're not.
I'm not. I'm a man for the first time in my life.
Yeah.
I know how you feel now.
This is getting more and more fascinating with each new turn. There's
is.
about 90 different things I would like to ask you now. We can't ask you 90 different things. I have to ask you this, though. Did you ever one time make Johnny Carson get out of his chair?
Yes, I took a costume on for him to put on, and I told him I wanted to do something I'd never done before, and I ran through the audience, and I told him I've always wanted to host a show, and I asked him up, and he let me get up. He got up, I took his seat. Yes, I did. I did that.
We should, I guess, establish now what you're doing. We've mentioned what you have done and what you mean in music history. What are you doing now?
Well, I'm an evangelist now, David. I travel over the world preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ, and I became a drug addict. I was on heroin, I was angel dust, everything, acid. And my brother, I had 4 people to die. One night I was appearing at Magic Mountain, and a friend of mine fell dead. I had another friend of mine that I went to his house to get some cocaine. My birthday is December the 5th. On my birthday, he fell dead. I had another friend of mine that some fellas put in a trunk and cut him up with a butcher knife. Ike and Tina Turner had an engagement in Miami, and I went in Tina's place. My brother fell dead. And then I made a vow to God that I wanted to do something in his service. And God said, what shall it profit a man if he should gain the whole world and lose his own soul? So I was determined to give my life to Christ before it's too late, because I could be dead. You know, Elvis was a very good friend of mine, Buddy Holly, Jimi Hendrix, all these people, and God has spared my life. If a person see me, they can see that I am a new creature. If any man be in Christ, God made me all over again.
But are you a satisfied person now? Are you sometimes you don't get the urge to go back out and crank out some hits and?
No. I'm happy now. I've made a lot of hits, you know, in the past, but I'm happy now because I have peace of mind, that peace that passeth all understanding, and it's just peace that you can't get nowhere. Hello, Gregory.
Hi. Gregory's here, apparently. Huh? There was some speculation that Gregory might not make it. You're going to sing this, right, Richard?
Yes, I am.
One day at a time, ladies and gentlemen. Go on over there, if you will, sir. Little Richard singing One Day at a Time.
One day at a time, sweet Jesus. That's all I'm asking from you. Give me the strength to do every day what I have to do.
go. There's your picture.
Lord, for my sake, just let me take one day at a time.
Then why they have to travel out of state to get the dog? They couldn't find a dog near them in Michigan?
Do 2 for 1 to give for their assistant.
Oh, I see. So she got it
It's in that area.
in Missouri.
Yeah.
Sweet Jesus, that's all I'm asking from you. Give me the strength to do every day what I have to do. Well, yesterday's gone, sweet Jesus, and tomorrow may never be mine. Show me the way, give me today, one day at a time. Do you remember when you walked among men? Well, Jesus, you know, if you're looking below, it's worse now than then. Pushing and I'm shoving. I'm crying in my mind. Lord, for my sake, help me to take one day at a time.
Send this to the first one. Okay, hear me out. Why save for emergencies?
Ma, kukuliko.
Ma'am, get out of the car now. What the? What's get out of the car. What's up?
Welcome back, y'all. Today's video.
Fuck off, man. I don't care about you. That's what I don't understand.
Was she trying to hide between those trucks?
Shut up.
That ain't gonna work.
Clover Reach with California 8 Zebra Boy, Paul
So here's the
487.
funny thing. If we go to Nashville Airport and we rent our vehicle from Nashville Airport, it's $39 a day.
Yeah.
If we rent from over here,
Yeah.
it's $60 a day for the
Yeah.
same type of vehicle.
Yeah. So what are you saying? So but then you have to park your vehicle in Nashville and pay $30 a day parking. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You is
See
you
driver's license, please.
drop me off.
No, ma'am.
And then drive. So I drive to Nashville and back. That costs $50 right there.
For one day.
Why the hell would that matter? He can still talk
What?
to you. You can
I'll
still...
stop it.
Fun fact
Not
of
you.
the
I'm
day.
talking.
Webster,
I just-
Massachusetts is home to Lake Chargogagog Manchagagog Chabunagungamug.
Because your sister flew with the dog, and there's requirements. It has to be 20 pounds inside the crate.
Introducing
Our dogs are
the
20 pounds
first
without.
footwear collab in Bucky's history.
So that's not.
Now that's
But then,
pit
well,
stop
if I
worthy
can rent the
comfort.
car when I
Good
get
news
to,
or bad news first?
you know, Detroit, it's only $40 a damn day. I'm like, well, that's a fucking deal, you know? And I just drive it while I'm there, and then take off on the plane and come home. Our puppy dogs are a little too big.
Don't beat yourself up over past mistakes. You are going to
So
fuck
I'm
up.
like, oh, I wonder what it would be at the National Airport. Sure.
Well, that's just dumb. Watch the video.
This is the new chocolate chip recipe.
Why you give me the broke one though? Why get the broke one?
This is the new.
As a business owner, you're.
Why do people say grow some balls? Balls are weak and sensitive. If you want to be tough, grow a vagina. Those things can take a pounding. Why do people say grow
No.
some balls?
That's what Frankie always says.
Balls are weak and sensitive. If you want to be tough, grow a vagina. Those things can take a pounding.
You want to go outside yet or what? Huh?
Here's how you can get unlimited money, and
we use a Care Credit credit.
You're not going to believe
I
that
almost
these
stepped on your
bright,
cookie there, lady.
zesty lemon bars are made with only
stepped on your
2.
cookie.
If I were learning guitar from
potentially genetic predisposition, but that cannot possibly explain why we've seen such a large rise in autism.
So?
There must be some other environmental factors, potentially genetic.
So what? That's a guy who works harder than anybody you know.
Feelings are data.
Best cold sore remedy? Yep, find it.
Potentially genetic.
Who wants to go first? Nobody
Feelings
wants
are
to
data.
go first.
Best.
This is what I practice.
I'm so
No?
Why wouldn't you just take it in?
I'm not looking at you. I'm not looking at you.
Hey, you know how Neosporin doesn't.
Make a bunch of holes in his gun and eventually break in. Let's go, hurry up.
Yeah, I promise. Eventually. Eventually get you.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my 5-star restaurant. This time we got the ratatouille poopy newspaper pancakes. And you can get you some motherfucking dookie stew table slop on, bro. Whatever don't make it into the bowl, make it to the next nigga. We not wasting shit. And this will wake your ass up. We got some coffee with a surprise. Don't look too long. And I know y'all heard the agua de fresca, but we got some agua de shitty dookie poop. Don't drink this shit. You ain't going to sleep. We put an 8-ball in that bitch. And nobody personal favorite, the fried fingertip cheese crisp. Your ass gonna need a spare stomach. Hey y'all, welcome back to my...
Stand back, please. Make way for the mayor. With her flashlight in one hand and her .38 revolver in the other, Mayor Maggie Kahn of Herrick, Illinois, is on her way to work. The fact that she will be 76 on her next birthday doesn't slow her down any, as you will find out if you get in her way. Mayor Maggie is the law in Herrick. Also, street engineer, health inspector, marriage counselor, fire commissioner, and dog catcher. Before she became mayor, there wasn't any public water system in Herrick. Now there is, and heaven help you if you don't pay your water bill.
Call them up and tell them that if they don't pay it by tomorrow morning, we're shutting their water off. See, that usually scares them. They get on the place. That's about all of that. That's the job of being a water commissioner.
Maggie Kahn was born in this town in 1895, but she ran away from home at 18 and became a soft-eyed singer and dancer on the Orpheum circuit, sharing bills with the likes of Jimmy Durante and Jack Benny under the stage name of Bobby Adams. After 2 marriages went on the rocks, she came back to Herrick to be with her ailing mother. And now, going on 76, she has found her great role at last. It's the same one Gary Cooper played in High Noon.
I would think that some people would take advantage of a lady mayor.
Not this one, they don't. Nobody takes advantage of me. Whether she's a mayor or anything else, they never have. Listen, son, when you fight the years in show business all by yourself the way I've had to fight, and through those 10 years on Broadway among the gangsters I love a good fight. See this nice long street and all that way down there? This is a beautiful drag race place, and they just used it when I first took over. And so to stop them, I used to come and park around that corner down there, and I had my gun and a flashlight. So I'd walk out in front of them and do this, and that means you stop when a flashlight goes that way. Well, they didn't stop. Then when they got to me, I would say, stop or I'll shoot. And they didn't stop, I shot. Right through the tail end of their collar, see? If I hit the gas tank, it's all right, see? But that's how I stopped the drag race here on this avenue here. We've got people here in this town, they don't care about cleanliness, they don't care about keeping anything nice.
Shot their car.
Those kind of people I just can't understand.
Doesn't that discourage a mayor?
It's discouraged. Let me tell you something, son. There's been many a time that I've sat here at this table and cried. I'd be so discouraged and so upset at the minds and the tempers of the people in this town that if I'd have picked this acre up and this house and put it in a suitcase, I'd have been gone a long time ago.
Well, why do you keep on being mayor?
They keep electing me!
Stan?
That's funny.
No way, not me.
I think that,
AOC, she can't explain it. She overcompensates.
Back in 2024, this street portal went viral until it got shut down a week later because of how people acted. It was just 2 big screens, one in Dublin and one in New York, letting strangers just wave at each other in real time. But then people started doing some pretty inappropriate things and ruined it for everybody. So the company ended the project. But now, years later, the same team is actually bringing it back. But this time, it's going to be between Philadelphia and Dublin. And even though people are still pushing it on both sides, it somehow stayed up for 6 whole months. Back in 2024,
Google just destroyed ChatGPT, Claude, and every other AI. They just made a massive update that you need to see to believe.
What's up?
I don't care.
The most relaxing. Most relaxing game.
I believe I was today years old when I learned why some cars have a gas tank on the driver's side and some cars have a gas tank on the passenger side. Apparently this idea dates way back to when men were chivalrous and pumped their ladies gas, and a man's car would have the gas tank on the driver's side because he would just hop out of his truck, car, whatever, pump the gas. And the lady's car had it on the passenger side. That way, if she was driving, the man could hop out of the passenger side and go ahead and pump her gas for her. So, if your gas tank is on the passenger side, sorry, bud, you got a chick car.
Oh, hi there. My name is Lion Fuck from the Lion Fuck Political Party. Now, I know the cost of living is very high. It's ridiculous, the price of petroleum and diesel.
You make so much money. What do you do for a living?
I work remotely, and I'm just a software developer.
Software developer.
Yeah.
What are you making?
I'm making $107.5 a year right now, but my wages are currently being garnished.
You're being garnished from who? The government?
Is there anyone else?
Okay. I'm assuming for taxes.
Yeah.
Why is everyone on the show obsessed with like, hey, there's taxes to pay? Let me not.
It's taxes on my Honda CRV.
What? You're being garnished for taxes on your Honda?
Yeah.
How much was owed and why didn't you pay it?
It's about $1,250.
$1,250.
Yeah.
You make 100 something.
Yeah. I kind of forgot.
You make so much money. What do you do for a living?
Listen, I'm not a gamer streamer, but if I were, there would be a place where you would be able to find that you would easily be able to figure out. Okay. If I get 1,000 followers on there, I will do Factorio. And if I get 3,000 followers, I'll do Dyson Sphere Project. Okay? It's nicher. I don't know. I don't know how many people want.
pretty cool.
A 13-year-old boy in Dallas, Texas just made history by challenging a court ruling about who should have custody of him. And the judge did something unheard of. This boy had a history of being beaten by his parents, so they lost custody. So the judge initially awarded custody to his aunt, keeping in line with child custody laws and regulations requiring that the family unit be maintained to the highest degree possible. But in court, when this ruling came through, the boy had a complete outburst claiming that his aunt actually beat him even more than his parents did, and flat out refusing to live with her. So there was a recess for the judge to go and verify the claims. Turned out to be very much true. So they came back, and the judge then suggested that the boy go live with his grandparents. But the boy insisted that, just like his aunt, every time he was left in the care of his grandparents, they also beat him really badly. So after considering the remainder of the immediate family and learning that domestic violence was very much a way of life in this family, and that it was unsafe for this child to be left in their care, the judge did something unprecedented and allowed this 13-year-old boy to propose who he thought should have custody of him. After several recesses to check legal references and confer with child welfare officials, the judge made the historic decision to temporarily grant custody of this little boy to the Dallas Cowboys, whom both the little boy and the court agree are incapable of beating anyone. A 13.
This may be the one that forces me to say enough.
Don't care what we call it.
He's putting this device on the burger, then filling it with melted cheese, and at any moment he's going to release it. Please, take it away.
Okay, how are you gonna eat
cascade
that
of
now?
cheese going down the sides of the burger in every direction. This thing is absolutely smothered in cheese. Your turn.
Japan spent centuries mastering their own dishes, but apparently that wasn't enough. Now they've set their sights on America's proudest creation, the classic American burger. They've ripped it apart and rebuilt it into something unrecognizable.
What is going on here?
Today, I'm going in with no mercy, trying it all and holding nothing back.
It burst.
In the end, we'll see whether Japan has conquered the burger or committed history's worst cultural appropriation.
This is stunt food. It's inedible.
First, we're going to the McDonald's of Japan. It's called Dom Dom Burger. Founded in 1970, before the clown, before the king. This was the very first burger chain in Japan.
Do you feel a sense of pride coming into this establishment, knowing that this is Japanese owned and made and stuff?
Sarah Mizuguchi is back as my sidekick. Running a food channel and food tours across Japan, she knows Japanese food as good as anyone.
This is my first time actually trying out the Dom Dom hamburger, so I'm actually quite excited about this.
Right here we have the Dum Dum double cheeseburger, and my initial goal is to see how true they are to the original American flavor.
Bun toasted, beef patties grilled. Then the assembly, ketchup, patty, cheese, double it up, more ketchup, mustard, onions, and pickles. Cap it all off with a top bun. On paper, it checks every box, but a great American burger doesn't check boxes. It hits you like a truck. Greasy, salty, beefy. And this one, well, it looks a little polite.
The burger patties, very thin. The cheese, also very thin. The burger patties are not overly greasy or dripping in fat, which I wouldn't mind if they were dripping in fat.
Yeah, it's quite conservative, I would say.
I would say that too. But there is no strange, unexpected Japanese twist. This is a straight up American tasting double cheeseburger. Does this taste like other Japanese burgers?
I feel like other Japanese burgers will be topped with more veggies. For example, there'll be a pile of lettuce.
Did you say lettuce?
Soon enough, Sarah's lettuce wish will come true. But Dom Dom doesn't stop at lettuce. Here they've made burgers that swap beef for whole crabs, pear slices, and even savory pancakes. And at that point, is it even a burger?
Anything can be called a burger as long as there are ingredients between the buns.
Really? All you need is buns?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm going to ask a quick question to our future overlords, AI. What are the ingredients required in order to call something a hamburger?
To call something a hamburger, you really need a ground meat patty, typically beef, served inside a bread bun. If the patty is something other than ground meat, it wouldn't technically be called a classic hamburger. Instead, those variations typically get another name, like an egg sandwich, a shrimp burger, or just a specialty sandwich.
But you just called the shrimp burger a shrimp burger, which has the word burger.
Fair point. We often use burger loosely to mean something served as a patty on a bun, but strictly speaking, hamburger traditionally refers to that ground beef origin.
Here's what I think I've figured out. Hamburger must have beef. But burger, maybe that could be anything between two burger buns? Even the okonomiyaki burger.
Okonomiyaki. It's a savory Japanese pancake. Batter, cabbage, and egg, all of it fried on a flat top and smothered in mayo and, of course, okonomiyaki sauce. If you're lucky, you'll get some fish flakes on top, too.
You have tried okonomiyaki before, right?
Yes.
You like it?
I love it.
Have you ever ate it and thought, oh man, this would be better if it was between two buns?
Never.
By Dom Dom's own definition of a burger, the okonomiyaki burger starts with toasty buns. Meanwhile, a pre-made okonomiyaki patty is made crisp in a deep fryer. I love anything deep fried, but a pancake between two buns could be a carb overload.
なるほど。いつから始まった?
Okonomiyaki are made from flour, and the buns are made from flour as well. So he thinks that anything floury will go well in between the buns. And also, the sweet and savory sauce that okonomiyaki has would go well between the buns, too.
I'm starting to buy in. This guy could convince me to join a cult, I bet. Right here we have the okonomiyaki burger. Let's take a look. I'm gonna pop the top. Boom. There's a dollop of mayonnaise on top.
Wow.
Some okonomiyaki, the pancakes are actually filled with cabbage. Here, they put some raw cabbage on the outside. As you go down, it looks like a fried egg. Have you ever seen that on a Japanese pancake?
No.
No. But I do like that they're adding some protein. That's thoughtful. Is that the okonomiyaki right there?
This isn't the okonomiyaki I know.
Is that because it has perfect cylindrical edges?
That too, and also the edges are very well cooked. It's not meant to be like hard. It's meant to have more like a soft batter.
Ooh, I found one more thing.
Bonito flakes.
I've never seen a burger with bonito flakes until now.
No thanks.
Oh wow, they really nailed the gooiness of the okonomiyaki batter. When I first saw it, it looked really rigid, so I was like, there's no way that's gonna taste like okonomiyaki.
I prayed about it, and then as I was going to sleep, I heard a voice, and I said, let me just try only.
Okay, I'm being told you made $200,000 in 6 months. Where the did that go?
I purchased my mom.
How much? How much, possibly?
Hi, my name is Monica. I'm 25 years old from St. Pete, Florida.
Thanks for coming over to Austin. What do you do for a living there?
I am a registered dietitian.
Cool. Can you help me not be fat?
Sure, absolutely.
Advice number 1.
It's all about what you can add, not what you can take away. So everyone's always...
I can add a lot of McDonald's.
The right foods. We'll talk about it. Later date. I don't think this is the time.
My show. Cool. What are you making in this job?
I make $6,000 a month.
The $6,000 hits your account on a monthly basis?
Mm-hmm.
Good. How are you living off this $6,000? How are things going?
It's going good enough right now. So I have a lot of debt, clearly.
Sure.
So I need to figure out how I can.
Why have not you put your debt on a diet?
I have.
Or your spending or your life, have you? It's what everyone says.
Yeah, very recently. Very recently. I will say I didn't pay attention until probably a month ago.
Till a month ago? What happened a month ago?
I started watching your show.
Okay.
I had never seen my credit card statements before.
You never looked at anything?
Nope.
Why?
Because I felt like I never had to, because I was making enough money to where I was just consistently saving.
6,000? I was making a ton of money. Which, I mean,
Nope.
it's good.
I was making a lot more money before that.
What was your job?
I was a social media content creator since 2020. And so I made a good chunk of money from that.
Since 2020? What are you making?
I was making, it started in 2020
it was like...
No, you said 2020.
So 2020, I started on social media. By 2021, I was making $50K, which is like
50K
normal a year.
Doing what?
Brand deals, selling personal
What was your
training.
content? Your content was brand deals?
No, I was a health and wellness influencer on TikTok. So you know how...
You look healthy.
Thank you. Back in 2020, all the big trendy TikTok dances were a thing. So I was like doing the dances and putting information like healthy lifestyle tips on the screen, and that
Don't eat greasy food.
Pretty
followed
much.
by a TikTok dance.
Yep.
Okay, but you said you were making more than this.
And then 2022, it kind of crept up, 75K. 2023 was like 90K.
You were doing well.
Yeah.
What were your do you still have this?
I do, but I don't really, I just started posting on it again. I went on a huge hiatus.
Why?
Because I just didn't want to anymore.
But you were making a living off of it.
The algorithm changed.
No.
And
People's interest changed.
And that.
The algorithm is literally only serving people what they want to keep them on the platform.
That's true.
If you are failing, it's not the algorithm's fault. Sometimes there can be a quick bug.
Yeah.
But that corrects itself typically because they want to keep people on the platform.
Yeah, my audience changed.
Maybe if you're still doing health tips with TikTok dances in 2025, it probably doesn't work. But was 90,000 your cap then? Because again, I mean, you're kind of in that world gross, right?
Yeah, it was 90K in 2023, and then 2024 it bumped up to like 250,000.
What was different? It's crazy.
Yeah. So TikTok was the original place I started making money from brand
that's
deals
not
and
AdSense, I'll
views.
tell you that. 'Cause
Right.
TikTok doesn't pay.
Yeah, the most it was like 250 in a month from that. So it was mostly brand deals. It was mostly because I was a personal trainer and I was selling online personal training services.
Okay.
And then through that, management reached out to me, some management company.
Oh, okay,
to like
an
manage my brand
agency.
deals. Yes.
Sure, that
And
happens.
they ended up getting me a verified badge on Snapchat as like a public creator there. And that's where I started making the most money, was actually Snapchat. So I started that in about
that pays
2022.
well.
Yeah.
It was the same thing, just health.
No, because my audience on TikTok was 94% female. So I catered to them with the health and wellness piece. My audience on Snapchat was 94% male. So I posted selfies. I posted
You have a
gym
good face.
photos.
Yeah.
And I got a lot of views and I didn't know what to do with it. They started paying me AdSense in about 2023. And
What do you mean you didn't know what to do with it? It was just gym photos.
Right. So it's like, how do I market that?
Did you not go further?
I ended up going further. I
Okay. See, that's what I felt like this was leading to.
Yeah.
Where to go?
So it started off as women commenting under my Snapchat photos saying 400 for post, 300 for post.
Huh?
It means they wanted me to promote their private Snapchat or only accounts on my page.
Okay.
So I started accepting that because the photos they would send me would just be them in like jeans and a crop top. So I, for about 3 weeks, started posting their stuff and I was making like an extra $1,200 a week. So then I found out that that's against Snapchat's community guidelines. And I was doing Purely White. Have you heard of those teeth whitening ads? Purely White Deluxe.
No.
They like ended up hiring me once a week to post teeth whitening ads. So I was doing teeth whitening ads on Snapchat every week, twice a week, and I was getting a base salary of $500 a week, sometimes up to $2,000, depending on when it was like a holiday season.
Okay.
So it started that way. It started, I was dabbling, and then all of a sudden I noticed that men were commenting that they would pay me. I put my Venmo in my bio. I started getting Venmos, and then I added a couple select individuals onto my Snapchat, and I started selling photos. No nudity.
No nudity?
Nope.
Ludity.
Ludity.
Well, ludity gets close.
Yeah, but
how much did they spend on that?
Anywhere from $100 a photo to like $500 a photo, and it would just be like bra.
How many photos?
Sometimes 1 to 5.
Okay, what were you making off this?
I don't know. Every week.
So you never went the online. You never went to booty.
So then.
Oh, it continues. Okay.
Then I thought, okay, let me just try OnlyFans, but not nude.
Okay.
So
it works for a bit.
Right. So I got up to, I made like $600 in 2 weeks, and then I was just below the IRS, tax. I didn't want to.
Also, just below you being able to pay your bills. That's not much.
Right. I got off, and then I went back on one more time, a year later, and I ended up making like $5,000 or $6,000 in a couple months. Yeah. No nudity.
Yeah, I mean, you're unless you're a very specific person, like the lewds it's not gonna be what takes you there.
Yeah.
Right, but then
it still goes. Please, yes.
End of 2023, very beginning of 2024, a company called reached out to me.
Okay.
And this platform is like a soft version of OnlyFans. You don't have to put nudity on there. They have the same guidelines as Instagram. So I couldn't do nudity anyway. So I thought, okay, this is a better way to market my content without people expecting more from me. So I went on there.
But the expecting more is what endlessly gets them to keep giving. Okay, sorry. Yeah, go on.
So I had managers on my Snapchat account who were posting for me every single day to the point where they were just recycling old photos of me to keep me on trend. So I was getting in like 100,000 to 1 million story views a day. Good traction. So when I started this other subscription account, I set it at $10 and I started promoting it. And the thing is, similar to OnlyFans, you could tip the creator 5, 10, 15, however much you want to message with them privately. And I didn't want to do that.
So someone else did it for you?
Yeah. So I ended up making $50,000 in my first month.
What the Okay.
And then 60 in my second.
All from the chat?
Yeah.
Mostly from the chat.
I spent 30 minutes on there a day, and I would post in the main feed, and I would take like 10 to 20 photos, videos. I also had a poll. So I was learning how to pole dance. So it was like online.
Oh, that. Okay.
Yeah, but not like.
No hole.
No.
Okay.
No nothing.
Uh-huh.
But I would, I bought a bunch of lingerie.
Yeah, but it was close, yeah.
It was close enough. And I would send my managers extra photos, and they would go into the chat and bait people for money.
So how many months did you make this much?
I started with 50, 60, and then it leveled out at 20 a month.
That's not bad at all. That is the $250,000 a year is not something to complain about.
Definitely not. I stopped that
For why?
summer.
Was it the objectification? Was it like, what was it? Like,
just feeling like it was very wrong.
Why?
Because I felt scammy. I felt like I didn't want to sell that.
Is it the sexual part? Or?
Yeah, it was the sexual part. It was just
so
the
you're
general
not into
morality.
that. You're in that life. Okay, you went full Christian good girl. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my managers were not happy.
Did you just say you started social media up again, though?
Yeah.
Don't you think that's where it's going to end up? I mean, not that all women end up there, but that is a very common trend today, unless you have a very specific type of content that you're doing, of which I don't think you...
So I deleted my Snapchat. I had 420,000 subscribers on there.
You don't have to go to the extreme.
I know, but it served no purpose. It had no value.
Okay, I'm being told you made $200,000 in 6 months. Where the did that go?
So I paid my managers 15%.
Well, that's fine, and that's normal.
Mm-hmm. I traveled a lot. I bought...
When was this? How old were you?
24.
So last year?
Yeah. Yep. So I traveled. I went... Not internationally. I just flew domestic. I was pretty frugal on my travels. However, I purchased my mom a house.
You bought your mom a house?
Yeah.
How much? How much, possibly?
Down payment was $70K. So a lot of that went to that. And then not really clothing so much. That's it. I just lived and didn't really think about it because I figured that would last. And then I realized
But you stopped.
I know.
May have.
It would have lasted at least a while. I could have done probably something differently, but I mean, it is what it is.
May I objectify you for a second? Do I have consent to objectify you?
Sure.
You're hot. They're substantial. She's very cute. Like, she could make money. I'm not saying if you don't want to or it's against your morality, do it. Like, I'm vibing with whatever you want to do. In fact, I would say, probably don't, because it is a little online. Like, it's not great, and it gets parasocial, and some people have been in danger. We don't like that. However, you could.
I could.
And now you're starting social media back up again. What the is your plan here? Because you're in a normal job now.
Yep, I'm in a normal job, and it's sustainable, and it's stable, and I love it. I've never had a real job like this.
But you're starting online again. That's sketch. Pull up your online.
It's getting late, huh?
Oh, Jesus is King. She did go full Christian. I called that.
Yeah.
Well done. So from online to Christian.
And the content that I'm posting now on TikTok is going through case studies of my clients that I see.
I was going to say, the content you posted on TikTok 3 days ago got 618 views.
Right.
Okay,
So
we're not really going there.
Yeah, I'm not banking.
Day in the life. Here's the thing. Unfortunately, no one gives a because you're not getting views.
I'm just hoping that something, like just keeping stuff active. I never know.
You put 70,000 down, but did you take out the mortgage or did she?
I did.
For your mom, you took out a mortgage?
Yeah, she pays sometimes.
Sometimes?
Yeah.
What is sometimes?
She was, and then...
I love the heart of it.
I know.
One of my goals is to pay off my parents' mortgage. So, I mean, I get it, but like, what the this is a monthly payment of $2,400.
It works for her.
$21. That's insane. That's half her income. Why would you do that to yourself? Why would you do that to yourself?
So I was doing pretty well, and then I got a lot of money, and I spent it really fast.
It's all gone. It has to be.
It's all gone.
Because there's nowhere on the show unless you have substantial debt. $6,000 is what comes in. Yeah, I would say if you have to make a $2,500 payment on one house and then you have another house as well and we're trying to move, when are you moving to Fort Worth by?
September 27th. I'm driving out here.
It's official?
Yeah.
Wait,
I have
we're
a place.
in September.
I have a place.
This is in 10 days.
Yes.
Wait, what the why?
What do you, I'm flying back and then I'm driving out here.
Why do you have to do this now?
Because that's timeline.
No, you're...
I have a tenant for my place. And I'm paying less.
Identical to what you make.
Oh, yeah.
Well, actually, compared to
Crazy.
payroll, you actually spent $400 more than you make.
Yeah.
We're going to be leaving.
Substantial
We'll see you
debt,
later.
not
Bye.
mortgages. We're talking over $20,000. All debt combined, we're talking almost $500,000.
Mm-hmm.
No, actually, no, because there is an additional Chase Inc. card with $9,000, and then